Hey, how's it going, everybody? Hope you've been having a good day today. Just checking in. So for today's video, I want to talk a little bit about authenticity. Now, I'm doing this video series for the next year, is the plan. So, over the next 365 days, I'm going to be presenting my authentic self to you, my viewers, to you. And that's important to me, and I think it's something that we should all do. And so I just kind of want to discuss it a little bit. So, the way that this relates to my life personally, a while back, about a year ago actually, I've been struggling with alopecia. I experienced uncontrollable patches of hair loss on my scalp. Now I've since made a full recovery, which is great, but during that time, to other people, a big part of my primary identity was actually tied to my hair loss. And I kind of had a crisis of identity at that time, and through those experiences, in order to cope, I instead clung to the other parts of my identity outside of that. And I think that that's something that we all do, actually. Whether you've experienced something similar to that or not, we all have a part of ourselves that we see as our authentic self, and that's how we view ourselves. But when we look at other people, we don't get to see that, but they feel the same way. They have their authentic self, and that part of ourself is usually a part of ourselves that we do not share with the world. And I would say that this is the case for all of us. So we put on this mask that we present to the world, and we do it as a means of gaining acceptance, but it's actually an inherently flawed system, because if you're putting on this mask for acceptance, you're seeking for this false persona of yourself to be accepted, which is not the same as that deeper self that you identify with. And so for today's video and today's idea, I just want you to kind of think about that. What actions are you taking to cater to this false persona and to cater to other people? And how is it serving your life? Do you truly feel validated and significant as an end result of that? I don't think that most people do. If you want to gain more satisfaction in your life, you have to set aside this persona, and you have to instead replace those actions with actions that stem from your authentic self. And with that being said too, I think it's important that we kind of ask ourselves what that is, your authentic self, because like a counter argument would be, oh well, if I present this false persona of myself to others for acceptance, and that's how I behave, then isn't that my authentic self? So, it's a sound argument, but I would argue that if your ultimate objective is to gain, peace in your life, and to be able to be relaxed and comforted around other people, that will not serve you, because as I stated, it's just validating a false part of yourself, and so that deeper part of yourself never truly gets validated. But so if you follow this train of thought, then you'll find that actually one of the best things that you can do to be authentic is to act not for others, but for yourself. So your actions have to come from a place where you are validating yourself, and other people can think what they will, but your objective is not to present a version of yourself that you think they will accept. Because the best case scenario from that is that in this fleeting moment you are accepted, but because your acceptance is coming from an external place, you will always be caught in this loop of needing to be accepted by them. So if you want to escape this loop, you have to validate yourself. So your authentic self is the self that you love unconditionally and that you find validation from without any external sources. So I guess what I'm saying is today I want you to just reflect on this. I want you to think about what your authentic self is. What is it that you find joy in your life? Who is that person? How often do you see them? You know, how often, and how do you feel whenever you're acting that way? Is that a way that you want to feel? I just take some moment, take some time for reflection in that today. And if you found this helpful, or if you just, have any general thoughts about it, feel free to comment below. Thank you for your time today. Have a blessed day.